don't really know what's going on. This machine looks really flash, and it's going to stop my bum from hurting.
Yeah, basically, put it on the bed, put your feet up, make yourself comfy.
Sore, just stay there, just for a minute.
Oh yeah, it's still sore.
Still sore, or just in that place, but it's not sore down there,
only right
just in that one place. Yeah. What we're going to do is, because we don't want you sitting and putting pressure directly on that, we're going to slide it under you.
Okay. And then, well, take that.
Like a Sam splint.
Right.
We're going to slide it under you. Go on. And dig your arms in. Okay. How's that?
Yeah, that's it. What is this thing, Jiggy?
It's basically hot and cold treatment. So it's got an antifreeze in it, so you can make it go very cold without it freezing, and it just pumps a combination of hot and cold through there, and it's also got a massage function on it as well. So it's supposed to increase blood flow, which improves healing.
Rockingham was a bit unfortunate, as you know, and the nice doctor said to me, he said, you just wait till Monday, it's going to hurt on Monday. So I drove the truck home Sunday night, as you do, and that was uncomfortable, I think would be a nice word. And then the kind of pain when I woke up on Monday, I've never felt anything like it. And the fact you just can't sit down, you can't lie down, you can't get comfortable. And I had no real idea how long it would take to heal, but it's kind of rendered me useless at the workshop. I've got a bit of mobility back, I can walk, I can hobble around. Just sitting is the issue. This morning was really painful. So out lap, I cried. It really, really, really hurt. And then I had a different cushion put in, just to kind of lift. I had one behind my back and I had another one put in under my legs, took the pressure off it. And it's just when you stand on the brake pedal, it twinges.
Relax there a second, see how it feels.
Feels numb, actually.
So moving your top half, it feels alright.
Feels
okay.
Numb.
He's going to fall over.
Milk and one. Yeah, this is what pain feels like. Bits cushion stable. It's always like feeling old, I guess.
Pre-practice was a learning curve. We weren't quite on the money for the setup, so we've changed some stuff around. We had a talk in the office, came with a plan.
Pre-practice 2 was really close. We're hoping to be towards the front end as opposed to towards the back end. See if the changes we made after pre-practice 2 with the diff have made any difference. But it's something like a top 6, top 8 would be good for us.
He's still in lots of pain, he's still not comfortable in the car. We think we've got the car doing a lot more of what he wants it to do now, which is good.
Still painful, but get on with it.
Dan Welch in the Proton then. There's a second car in build as well for next season, when they hope to expand to a 2-car NGTC team. They've been running David Nye's Ford Focus in the Jack Sears Trophy anyway. David not here this weekend.
No, it's a shame David can't make this meeting, he can't make Brands Hatch. It's just such a busy life, he's got so many business things happening at the moment that couldn't fit in. It's a shame, we've really enjoyed having him racing, he's enjoyed it, it's been great. These things happen, it's part of it, it's part of motor racing.
His radio's gone right up the top today. It was clear this morning. He must have moved his helmet again. Repeat again.
Interesting, despite it being fairly warm here. It is a short lap, so there's a divergence of tactics between the front-wheel drive cars, whether to do one warm-up lap. We saw the Hondas coming in after just one lap. Oh! Dan Welch loses it. This is only on a tyre warming exercise, but it shows you how much colder the rear tyres are than the fronts, and that's exactly why they do this tyre warming exercise, because obviously those tyres will be crossed over. The cold ones will go on the front, and this is the turning into Brooklands. The right rear tyre is the coldest tyre on the track, on the car, sorry. Remember, this is the only real left-hand corner on the track, and not surprisingly, the coldest tyre actually lets go.
You want new all round, Dan? We'll have to go new all round now because the rears will be cold. I don't think you'll get a chance to swap. We need to think about this before it goes. Are we going to do a change, yes or no? You'll work the time out. So it's either going to do front, but stay out for a while to get heat in the back, or we go out 4 new and have to come in and change. Right, you've got 1 lap to heat up the back, so we've got to cross, then you'll have about 6 minutes to go. I think the track's got to come to you. I think we're not very far away looking at it. It's taking about 3 laps for the front tyres to come in. Last push, come on.
Coming down towards Brooklands, pain or not, he's 15th in the Proton. Good going. Yeah, it's not bad going.
We're ahead of Shed. Austin, good result.
A bit rubbish, really. I think we should have been a lot better. Just didn't get a balance in the car on new tyres at all. It was too oversteery and then it was too understeery. It just I never got a sweet lap where the car felt good. I didn't gain the track. I thought I'd gain traction, but I didn't gain any traction. It doesn't really make.
You're still washing out of the pace.
The car wasn't 100%, but we've learned from that. We made some tweaks and adjustments last night on settings. The lads have done an awesome job.
I've just been topped up with drugs, I think, is about the best way to put it. And I've just had my cryogenic freezing evening. It's quite cool, so it feels like my bum's an ice cube at the minute. I didn't have the best night's sleep. I think I passed out to start with, slept for about an hour and a half, and then spent the next 5 hours rolling around. Yeah, so fine. Nice relaxed morning. 3 races. Game on.
Check down. Yeah, I got you.
Engine notes rise with the lights going now. The race gets underway.
P15, just take it steady, you'll get quicker towards the end.
Tremendously well here, and remember, Dan Welch had that big crash at Rockingham. He's round the outside of Raffle. He's in absolute agony, having damaged his coccyx. He's got lots of foam padding on the seat. It's agony getting in and out of the car and all the twisting you have to do through the roll cage. But the adrenaline has well and truly kicked in now, hasn't it? He comes round the outside of the Toyota. This is the battle for 11th place. Raffle in the orange Toyota on the inside. Welch in the Proton, little bit of contact.
Just concentrate, that was no problem.
Was always going to lose out there on the outside, Dan. Was never going to be able to try to turn in, but never really an opportunity to do so. So he's now ended up losing 2 places rather than 1.
Can you actually see?
It's the G-force. That's acceleration as well.
Great.
And you've got clutch as well?
Yeah. It's once we're off the start line, we don't touch the clutch pedal ever again. Don't need it.
because the way the gearbox works is pretty clever, and it's got an ignition cut, so you just keep your foot flat on the floor and just keep pulling gears. Then the way down, you just have to match your revs and gears.
Not used to this calm before the storm stuff. It's all going well.
At this point, some are throwing everything at him and just cannot seem to get by.
Go racing, good start by Plato. Yes, Turkington is good out of the blocks as ever.
Really on, getting gear.
Swindon has checked it, and we've checked it, and it's cutting every time.
I'm having to pull the gear stick so hard to get it into gear. It's really, really tough.
Oh, nice.
In the mix, Dan Welch on soft tires ahead of Adam Morgan now as they come up towards Beckett. Morgan breaks late, gets back into the Honda, almost helps the Proton around the hairpin. Gordon Shetland trying to find a way past Dan Welch. Yeah, very unsubtle that.
P9. Last lap when you cross the line. Last lap. Good drive, Dan. Well done. Things we've got to look at is we've got to get to the bottom of this gear cut problem, and you're very hard to hear the radio, but I think it's probably because you're wincing. We'll see. Well done. The gear thing got better, kind of freed up a bit, but it's really hard to pull. That's why I went backwards off the start. I couldn't pull the gear. Because at one point you were running about third fastest.
Yeah, I've pretty dosed up on drugs all day. I've got the medical team at Silverstone have been excellent, and kind of making sure I'm on maximum dosage of everything I can possibly have. And to be honest, at the minute, my coccyx isn't hurting that badly. I just ache from my knees to my shoulder blades. And, it's been quite draining. I feel a bit tired going into this one. I don't know, I'm going to push. I'm definitely going to push, and I want to go forwards. Yeah, I'll be happy when I get to the checker flag, but then I have to drive the truck home. That I'm not looking forward to either.
You need to adjust your visor because the sun is getting very low. Just see it now, they're just queuing, we're running out of rubber. I'm starting to struggle with it. The tyres are going away. P11. Captain gone ahead. Please test the lap.
Dan Welch on the outside of Nick Foster. Jack Goff is ahead of them. This is Beckett's. And Welch runs wide. That'll have hurt. On the inside, the BMWs almost get themselves together. Foster and Collard nearly make contact. And the Proton now nips up past both the BMWs or secures that place.
P10. Well done, Dan. Good drive. We can see the tyres and we know the engine's tired. I think that's as good as you could have got today.
How are we going, Boyle?
Alright. Yeah. What Morgan did was just totally out of order. And the laps when I was behind him.
2?
Yeah. He literally just rolled off the brakes and was running the back of me and going to Beckett's. He had nowhere to go, he just hoofed me out of the way, turned inside and carried on. And I just thought, you should have given that one back.
Yeah, we didn't know then.
I said on the radio.
Didn't get it. The downside is your radio's been really, I think where you're really sat all squidged and everything, it's really hard to hear you. So yeah, I think we'd have settled for that. It's as good as you can get.
Well, the tyres stayed on an awful lot better than I thought they would.
That was a surprise.
They stayed on a long time.
Your lap times are right up there.
It's straight line speed.
Yeah.
It's just a straight line speed, and every kind of 3 laps it would misfire on the gear change coming onto the straight.
And that's just enough to put them back.
Was it
4th to 5th? fourth.
Every time 4th to 5th?
No, not every time. Kind of every 2 or 3 laps he'll do it. And
I wonder if you, where you're all sat skew whiff in the seat and you're trying to balance, you're not hovering your hand.
No, I'm trying so hard and pulling it, getting my hand off.
This is where the car ends up at the race meeting. Everyone lines up. They've got to sit here for I think it's 30 minutes or so. You're not allowed to touch them, and the concept is if there's any protest that goes in or the organisers want to check something, they obviously check in the cars at the front, but they can pull anyone at random to make sure that it's actually working. And it's how the race finishes. Go back and put the awning down now is the downside.